As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Patriots very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Allen going to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now they'll throw with Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. To the air, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Double time. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mike 4. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 4.
Allen to throw once more. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there for the Bills.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line into protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Callaway, the return man. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They hand this off to Harris. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Bills first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Right back to him on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Harris, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield,
and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A final shot before half for Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Callaway, the return man. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Runs through the contact. And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now they try the right side here. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here we go. Alert! Hey, check 24.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Christian Barmore able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Bass is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now to this point.
At the 32-yard line.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown. New England. Damian Harris. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Bill 6. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. on 3rd and long. It's Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, got to have this one. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On play action, Allen completes it to Davis. And he's got some space here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Miller. Unable to correct, breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for New England. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big, big yardage.
On 1st down, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. Allen going to go on 4th down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Allen off the play fake. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off the play fake, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to find Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Looking to throw. Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Allen. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing is Allen. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a run with Singletary. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now Allen. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Allen. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll look to run with Moss. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
And they have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Allen to throw. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Bills 19. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but That interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.